Okay, it's almost 8:35. Actually, it's 8:35. Let's start. Again, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us today. We do have, as usual, a couple of updates. Not a whole lot is happening, even though the work continues, and we are dealing with relatively high volume of work here in our office, and I'm sure in the departments you are extremely busy too. This being end of the fiscal year for federal government, it's definitely a very busy time. So with that, we would start our updates, and hopefully most of the time would be used for your questions, and we go from there. So the first update would be from our proposal team. Kelly Gilmore, Associate Director, would give us an update. Kelly?
Thanks, Ahmad. Good morning, everyone. I wanted to take the opportunity this morning to remind everybody of something we talked about earlier in the spring. Effective October 5th, the National Science Foundation will begin enforcing the new PA-PPG requirement to use the NSF-approved formats for the preparation of biosketches, as well as current and pending support documents for proposals. The NSF-approved formats that we had talked about include the Science CV template or the NSF fillable field PDF document. Those are the only two options we have for submitting to NSF. Both of those documents, the Science CV template and the form fields document, are available on our website, and I believe Cassie just posted that link. That page also includes a list of frequently asked questions as well. Alternatively, if you don't have that link handy, you can always go to our main webpage and in the search field type in biosketch, and that will take you to the page with that information as well. So just a reminder, October 5th is they're absolutely not going to be accepting proposals that don't include the biosketch and current and pending support, either using Science CV templates or the fillable form documents. Otherwise, things are going well in proposals. We're busy. We're seeing a lot of people are really working to meet that 5-day deadline that we encourage people to use. So we want to thank you for that. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Any questions for Kelly regarding the NSF requirement? Again, it is a requirement. It's nothing optional. Proposals would not go through without them. So October 1st is the important date. Starting from that date on, we have to use these new forms. I don't see any questions in the chat. Okay, we can go to Grace, Associate Director on the award side. Grace, do you want to give your update? And meanwhile, if questions come up, we would work with the questions too.
Sure. Good morning, everybody. So my update is about new user guides and training videos that Cassie has been diligently updating. If you have questions about your Cayuse awards, please look in Cayuse first. If you see that the award is still pending, you can ask for an update. If you see that the status is active, that means the file has been transferred over to CGA and they will be setting up the fund. So if you look at the link that Cassie just put in the chat box, you can see that for any role in Cayuse, we've created training guides and handbooks for it. And so if you want to access the award, check on who's a role manager, how to check on an advance account, or if you want to look at how to approve, if you want to help somebody approve a proposal, it's all in there, and I encourage you to take a look at it, send people links when they have questions to it. So, and as always, if you see something in there that you would like more information about, please send it our way and we will make sure to include it in the next update. Okay, but that is our current fall 2020 update. Any questions on that?
I'll just mention too that we also have FAQs. If you go up to the top of the link that I just sent you and go to the FAQ section, you'll see FAQs specific for Cayuse. On the sponsored programs section of the Office of Research website, we also have more general FAQs. So you may want to look there for some of your help guides too.
Okay, that's all for me. Thanks.
Okay, I guess our updates are pretty straightforward. No questions are coming in. Okay, James from Extramural Accounting or Contracting and Grant Accounting, do you want to give your update?
Oh, I would love to. I'd love to. Good morning, everyone. And mine is very short and sweet as well. So I don't know, maybe this is going to be a pretty quick meeting altogether. First, I just want to again say we do have several vacancies in CGA. We posted these positions last Friday. I believe it went up. So if you are interested in these positions or know anyone that might be interested, please do check them out. These are our level 3 fund management analysts. So we're hoping to get a nice set of candidates that we can work with. One, I don't know, this is maybe just a heads up or just to let you know something that we're starting to see a little bit more frequently is agencies are starting to be a little more strict with holding up payments of our invoices and or suspending our letter of credit accounts for specific awards when they're not receiving the technical reports, the progress reports. So as we get those notifications in, we're trying to communicate that out to the department and the PI so that we can figure out whether, it was just way late or it was just a little bit late. But that does create an extra workload for us to go back and forth with the agencies to try to get those situations resolved so we can pull the money in. So anything that we can do to help expedite getting those technical reports submitted would be really appreciated. Then I guess just one other update, or I know it's an update or a reminder. We are going to go ahead and stay with ERS this year, and we're going to stick with ERS. The plan had been to go to a different solution, but we will stay with the effort reporting system. We're currently upgrading it so that it is able to accept the UC Path data. So we've got that upgrade in progress and testing on it. We're aiming to go with the normal annual cycle of releasing the effort reports in November, crossing our fingers that everything lines up and we're able to just keep kind of the status quo with that process. There should really be no impact, we don't think, as far as what that upgrade has, as far as the user interface or what the PI will experience. So that is, those were my little points that I wanted to share with you all. Do you have any questions for me? The salary cap, I mean, the ERS is based on the percent, it's still based on the percent of effort. So the amount that's over the cap does not have a level of effort associated with it. So therefore it will come out correctly. Michael, I think that's the same question. And I don't know if Deborah Henn is on the call here. She's our ERS complete expert. Deborah, are you here?
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Is there anything you'd like to add as far as ERS goes? And also maybe well, go ahead with.
Well, I have yet to see the reports in ERS, so I don't exactly know what kind of differences we're going to be seeing. There will be slight changes to the data fields that are available. And we will have one new feature that will help, I think, with some of the UC Path problems that we've been seeing. That's about it. I'm hoping in the next week that I'll be able to get my hands on some reports and have some real information.
Okay. And I just want to give you a heads up. We'll have, I think we have one more forum this year before we go on the holiday hiatus. So probably next in October we can provide a more robust explanation of what things are looking like.
Okay. Anything else, James?
No, that's all I've got.
I'm not going to ask you about the F&A situation. I have been receiving still questions about that, but I know nothing has been happening on that, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so we are in the provisional, the rates are as they have been. We keep going and we'll see what happens to that later. James, you talked about vacancies. It reminded me that sponsored programs have several vacancies. Actually, we have 4 vacancies at different levels of research admin 3. 2 of the vacancies have been posted already. One would post it, either today, tomorrow, or Friday. That's what as I see it right now. So we have 4 vacancies. One other thing that I want to make sure that you are aware of, we all know that the campus has been, even before the pandemic hit us, was facing budget shortfall. So we knew that there were some basically consequences we were going to face. But then with the pandemic, things are even worse than what we had in January and February. So the long and short of it is that aside from the 4 vacancies I told you, we had 3 other vacancies in sponsored programs that they are eliminated through the budget cut. 2 of the vacancies are affecting the negotiation team. I know that I have been receiving lots of emails from the departments asking about the status of agreements, especially with the private sector, which are negotiated in the negotiation team. Things are, they have slowed down. We don't have enough people to deal with the volume, and that's the fact that we are facing. We are working as hard as we can, but we are not going to be able to turn things around as fast as we had in the past. So that's, I'm sure you in the departments are dealing with similar type of issues. Luckily, the budget cut, thanking to our executive associate vice chancellor and the vice chancellor, the cuts affected only vacancies and nobody really lost their jobs. So I am very thankful for that part of it. But work of the rest of us has increased, and the turnaround time is going to be longer. It's just that's the fact, and there's nothing we can do about it. I want to make sure that everybody knows about that. If you can share that information with your PIs, that would be nice. But as emails come in, case by case, I explain the situation too. Again, thank you for understanding that. I see Cindy, our boss, is here too. I don't know if she has any other updates. Cindy?
No, I don't have any updates, unless people have questions. But yes, we are in a resource-constrained environment, and some things will have to shift from a timeline perspective relative to the resources we have. So it's unfortunate, but I think we're all in the same boat together. So, having patience with one another, and I think is important.
Thank you, Cindy. And I see that you are on the beach there. It's a nice place you are right now.
Yeah, my fake virtual beach. Yes, it's wonderful.
That's great. That's great. Regarding the timeline and all of that, obviously, again, all of us are affected similarly, but hopefully the PIs would understand that, the deadlines of federal government and, meeting those deadlines, those have not changed. So we need, longer period of time that they would give us for even proposal probably. I know that Kelly talked about 5 days. If they can give us more time, it's even better. something which comes in the day before or the day of the proposal, unfortunately, in the situation we are in, might not make it through. So those are the consequences of what we are facing right now. Everybody's help is needed in these areas. I don't have any other update. This, as James predicted, this is going to be a very short meeting, it seems like. Let's see, it's 10 minutes before 9 now. So any questions that we can answer? I see some questions are coming in. Cassie, are you looking at the questions?
It would help if I unmute myself. So I don't really see any questions unless someone's sending something to you privately. I have a few to me privately that I've been responding to. I don't know if James might have one in there.
James, you have one question there.
So there's a question regarding the cost share, and Deborah, correct me if I'm wrong, but the cost share we feed in separately from the payroll data. So I think that part of the process could be the same.
Yes, it will be the same.
Okay.
Someone reported one of the links I shared wasn't working, so I just reposted the link to our training page. That should work.
Okay. Anything else? And again, as James reminded us, after this we have one more forum in October, and typically November and December we don't have meetings. But if something urgent comes up, I suppose we can figure out a way to have those meetings, or at least one of them. We'll see how it goes. Well, if there's nothing else, maybe we can stop. Do I hear a second motion to stop? James seconded. Okay, thank you very much. Have a great rest of the day, and let's keep working together to meet the mission of the campus. Bye-bye.